So this is the fourth version of Madmonq, one of the most popular brain supplements for e-gamers. Now I've decided to try it out and compare it to the previous version of Madmonq. If you want to know whether this is a supplement for you and which version is better, stay with me. Hi friends, and welcome to your Inception's YouTube channel. My name is Greg Agostinkar and I'm the creator of this channel where we cover everything from brain supplements to psychedelics. If that interests you, then be sure to subscribe and hit the bell for notifications. Now, if you never heard of Madmonq, this nootropic supplement was designed to enhance your focus, energy, and cognitive performance, and it was designed particularly for gamers and high-performance individuals. Unlike most other supplements, this one comes in somewhat tasty pills and not in big capsules, which is a big benefit for many, but it's not for everyone. Now, Madmonq has been a strong player on the nootropic market for many years now, and one of the main reasons for that is the fact that they listen to the feedback of their fans and continuously optimize their products. But the question is this really the best version of Madmonq so far? Well, let's find out. By the way, have you tried the new Madmonq already? If yes, let me know in the comment section below. So, before I share my experience and compare the effects, let's talk about the changes that were made to the new formula. So, if you compare the ingredients, you'll see a few changes. The 4.0 version does not contain lemon balm, there is no ginseng inside, there is no spectra inside, there is no brahmi. So those four ingredients were removed from the previous formula, and I especially miss brahmi and ginseng, which are both wonderful nootropics. But there are a few ingredients added to the new formula. For example, there is Cereboost, which is an American ginseng. There is caffeine, but this is specifically called target release caffeine. Then there is Sarapep, and I hope I pronounced this correctly, which is a compound for improving cognitive performance. Now also, the dosages of some of the ingredients have been optimized. For example, the dosage of rhodiola rosea was increased from merely 20 mg to 100 mg, which is great. So, what's my take on the changes? Well, in theory, the formula should be a bit stronger, but what does the real life show? Well, let's check it out. So, I've decided to test the new formula and see how it impacts my performance. Now, to me, the version 3.0 was already very strong, and I find the fourth version equally strong. It's kind of hard to say if I notice any stronger effect, but for sure the new formula isn't weaker. So during my test, the effects of energy and focus lasted for about 4 hours, maybe a bit more, and I was quite productive during that period. Now when I checked and compared my old notes, there wasn't really much of a difference between the two versions. I think that the changes that were made are good, but for me it's hard to notice the actual differences. Since the previous version was already plenty strong, I didn't really expect any major changes in terms of the effects. But there is one thing that still bothers me slightly, and I'll get back to that later. Let's first talk about the taste. So I have here both versions of Madmonq, and you can tell by the smell already which one is which. Now the old one has more of a blueberry smell, and the new one smells more like a somewhat natural chewing gum. I prefer the smell of the old one, but when it comes to the taste, this changes. So I find the taste of the previous version quite okay, but I somehow prefer the taste of the new one. It's really hard to explain the difference, but the new one isn't as sour as the previous one, and that's good. Also, there's a bit of a tingling sensation in my mouth, which is quite cool. So when it comes to the taste, the new version has an improved taste, in my opinion, but this is very subjective, of course. Now, I also noticed one thing that I'm not quite sure about, and this is the amount of caffeine in this version. Well, all of the previous versions have quite a lot of caffeine already, and with such a strong combo of nootropics, I thought they would decrease the dosage a bit, but I guess I was wrong. Now for me, there is just too much of caffeine in the formula for daily use, but for an occasional use, I find it good. I just don't react that well to caffeine anymore, that's it. By the way, are you on the lookout for the best nootropics to boost your brain performance, but don't know where to start? Take a look at our free nootropic quiz, linked below, to get personalized recommendations that will be the perfect choice for you. So the recommended daily intake of Madmonq is still 2 tablets per day, but for me, 1 is more than enough due to the high dosage of caffeine. 1 bottle costs about 29 euros, but if you subscribe, you can get it for just 23 euros. And you can also use my discount code Inception, which you can find below, and get an additional discount. So, what's my verdict about the new Madmonq? Well, I think this is an upgraded version of Madmonq 3.0, and I like the changes. It's a great stack for gamers who will probably love the effects. If you like nootropics in a tasty form, then go ahead and try it out. And if you don't react that well to too much caffeine, then there's a different nootropic stack that I'd recommend. Check out my next video. Thank you guys for watching and have a great day.